Calculus is a lie. There is only algebra. Through algebra, I understand dependence. Through dependence, I gain the null space. Through nullity, I gain eigenvalues. Through the eigenspace, my chains are broken. The fourth-dimensional eigenspace shall set me free. Hey guys, it's the linear algebra video. And today we're going to be talking about why I have some extremely mixed feelings on the subject. Linear algebra is the study of linear equations, basically like those systems of equations you used to do back in middle school. And if you think that that's all that it is, boy were they wrong! Linear is weird because, and hear me out on this, in my opinion, it's the organic chemistry of mathematics. What's weird about this subject is that I remember there would be times where I would find myself studying linear vocab at 6 a.m. in the morning, by myself, play the sad music. And I ended up having these really philosophical arguments with myself about how all the definitions in linear algebra connected to each other. And some of the worst memories I had from the class are when I would talk no jutsu myself into thinking I was correct with my explanation to a problem. I'd go talk to the professor and he'd be like, "I'm gonna be real, chief. No."
Hi everyone, this is the mid-roll section of the video where that MLG YouTuber will tell the most unhinged sus story that is unrelated to the main topic of the video.
So back in my sophomore year of high school, Endgame, that big old Marvel movie from when Marvel movies used to be good, was coming out. And a lot of these students would end up getting these MCU themed Ziploc bags. So naturally, one of my classes is an English class. And some of the students in that class, they bought 200 MCU themed Ziploc bags, especially the Thanos Ziploc bags. And then they took all the Thanos Ziploc bags and then they decorated the whole English class with those bags. The teacher said it was cool, guys. Don't get mad at them. Also, there was a big window in the class, and they just covered that whole window with MCU themed Ziploc bags. So Spider-Man, your Iron Mans, your Hulks, that kind of stuff. And then a couple weeks later, I drew this really, really big picture of Thanos. That was 3 or 4 feet long, 2 feet wide. It was pretty big. And then I just put that in the back of the classroom. And that was pretty epic. The last story I'm covering today is how hip mobility ended up becoming a limiting factor in my ability to learn linear algebra. So, my uni would host review sessions before exams, and one day I decided to go to one of the linear algebra review sessions. And when I went there was 100 students in a classroom that was only really designed for maybe 45 max. The class was so packed that the session leader hosted a Zoom session concurrently, and then 50 people joined that too. So needless to say, I was sitting on the floor for 2 hours while being completely confused, since linear algebra was pretty confusing and challenging to me. And after 2 hours of sitting on the floor, I ended up feeling and thus, I started actually working on my hip mobility and started practicing stretches and learning how to sit salsa. So when the day comes when I'm taking the MCAT or the bar exam and all the chairs are gone and everybody fails the exam since they had to go home, I'll be ready. That's the end of the video, guys. Have a great one.